Hey everybody, and welcome back. So, as you saw me moving here, this is a piece of Hitler's house, the Berghof. It was destroyed by Allied bombing. Soldiers would try to take pieces of it home, which is how this ended up coming to be. They actually had to physically remove the remaining part of the building because after the war, people would try to go to it and continue taking stuff. The Eagle's Nest, which is on the same mountain, is still there today. It's actually, from the last I've seen, was a restaurant information center. I'd love to go there one day and check it out. This is a candle holder. As you can see, it's all smashed up and in rough shape. I have seen postings on Facebook Marketplace with people having these for sale on a relatively cheap end in much nicer condition. So I'm going to go ahead and try to purchase one of those, because I'd like something a little bit nicer. So that's a pretty cool piece. There was a book I was reading. It's Hitler's Last Bodyguard, I believe. And he spent a lot of time up here, so just kind of having a little bit of a connection to that book. It's kind of cool. I know it's a stretch to some people. To other people, they can relate and, hey, I'm reading this guy's autobiography. I have a piece of Hitler's house where this guy would have been working, stuff like that. So to continue on, we have a book right here. From what I understand and can see, this is just a yearly book, like a daily planner. Gives out a lot of little information and stuff like that, just like our normal stuff would. So as you can see, this is 1937, and once you open up, it's a calendar book. There's nothing written in it, but it's still kind of cool to have. There's nothing significant about it. Gives you different signs, what they mean. So kind of more informative than what we have today, especially if someone's not from the area. I'm having a really hard time doing this one-handed. Trying not to damage this. So as you can see, like I said, shows what different signs are. Not sure what all this stuff says. I haven't gotten around to going through this book and translating it. But I picked this up at an antique store with a couple other items that I will be showing off. So to go directly along with that, I have, let me take it out of the packaging here so you guys can see it better. German Red Cross armband. I don't know if this would have been right after the war, but as you can see, it's in pretty decent condition. It's got the white, but it's stained brown a little bit in person. The stitching all looks correct. Looks like we got some numbers there. I haven't really looked at this too much. I bought it, and pretty much that's when I got COVID, unfortunately. So I haven't been able to look at this item in depth along with that book. So I don't know much about this stuff right now, but I do plan on going through it, trying to find some information on them and get some more knowledge so I can make a page in my book here and add to it, because again, the point of my collection is for education. So along with that, I bought this big folder binder. Obviously right now this is just a bag, but I'm gonna guess that this was in a folder or a binder of some sort. So it's pretty cool. We got a couple different pictures. As you can see here, it's the Eiffel Tower. I don't know stuff that well, especially in Europe. I believe this is still in France. I can't think of what it's called offhand, but it's kind of cool having aerial pictures. Here we have a picture of Hitler himself. I'm gonna guess that this guy that brought this stuff home was stationed in Paris. There's a lot of information and booklets about Paris and other parts of France. That's just a postcard there. That says Heidelberg. That'd be Germany. So I don't know if this guy just went around collecting random things that he could find while overseas, I did look up some of these places. It's on like Italy and stuff like that, so I don't know if he just kind of collected things. We have maps. There's nothing like with military stuff on it, but it's cool to see. From what I gathered, he just collected whatever he could and shoved it into his duffel bag. As you can see, these are actually pretty cool. I don't want to take them apart, but they are full of pictures, and each one has a number and a picture to go with it. And I guess I'll just open it up. So as you can see, and that is going to be our item on the first big picture there. So I don't have a number. Oh yes I do, number 2. So go ahead and put that back. And number 2 is that right there, which would be that picture right there. Look at that, solved it right away. So again, a couple different postcards. It's all the same one, I guess. No, just these two are the same. I don't know, like I said, why he collected the stuff that he did. Might have been all he could afford. If he was just a normal soldier, he might have been looking to send stuff home. We have a couple different pictures of soldiers. These two look like the same. The palm trees threw me off originally, or the trees in the background I should say. I don't know if they're actually palm trees, because of the fact of you don't really see these in Europe. So I questioned where he might have been, and when I looked it up, it turned out to be Italy and the southern part of France. So I don't know if the soldier was just deployed there after the war to kind of help out, rebuild the country. I haven't looked too much into what the United States did in France after the war. Obviously, they stuck it around in Germany to help rebuild the economy. A lot of cool pictures of the hillside and different locations in Italy and southern France. It also doesn't mean that the soldier didn't take leave here. You know, he might have been fighting on the front, and once it was over with, he was able to kind of just take a leave and go to where he wanted to. I have no idea. This packet didn't come with a lot of information. He collected some newspapers as well. This is all sold as one. So just kind of odd stuff. Obviously this is dated in Germany, May 19th, 1945. A mail call from around that time period as well. But some things that I found super neat were these color photos. I have never seen these before, even in books. So where he would come across them, I don't know. As you can see, it kind of looks like one of the larger banners that I had. This is high-ranking German officials in 1933. Here we have Hitler overlooking his troops, again in 1933. If you turn it around, this is overlooking the rally. It's amazing to see how many flags they have and how much that these flags actually go for in today's world, because of the fact that there's not many. I mean, there is, but there isn't at the same time. A lot of them are in collections or museums still, and if you do come across them in really good shape like this, they're usually a pretty penny. And obviously the war-torn ones go for even more than that. It's crazy what some of these items cost. So again, this is part of that collection in the bag. A couple patches were included. I don't know if anyone can point me in the right direction of what these patches are. If he just collected them, maybe he traded for them. Looks like he went to go see a musical. This could have been displayed on their barracks, off the front. Like I said, is what I'm gonna guess here. He just had leave some time away, and he went around collecting the information. A lot of unique pictures. I mean, how many times do you see this picture showing up? Hitler digging something out. Or Goebbels. I mean, I've never seen some of these pictures before. Now, I could be wrong, but I believe this is the Berghof here. More high-ranking German officials. Very cool to see some of these in colors. Looks like these were just taken out of a book. I don't know if it was a propaganda book that he just decided to take, or take what he wanted out of it. So if anyone has information on what some of this stuff is, or if there's something that I may have gone over where you would need a little bit more information, please let me know. I will gladly go through this. But hopefully you have enjoyed going through this whole little collection with me. There's some photos I haven't seen before because I haven't had the time to go through all this. Again, it was right after I got COVID, so I was sick, and obviously my collection was not the first thing on my mind. My first thing was obviously getting better. So hopefully you enjoyed all this. I have more smaller items to come, but we are getting to the end of what I have in my collection at the moment. Thanks for watching.